as usual. Grace to you and peace from God our Father and from our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Amen. As I mentioned, our text is in Acts chapter 2, reading the first 21 verses. When the day of Pentecost came, they were all together in one place. Suddenly, a sound like the rushing of a violent wind came from heaven, and it filled the whole house where they were sitting. They saw divided tongues that were like fires resting on each one of them. They were all filled with the Holy Spirit and began to speak in other languages, since the Spirit was giving them the ability to speak fluently. Now there were godly Jewish men from every nation under heaven living in Jerusalem. When this sound was heard, a crowd came together and was confused, because each one heard them speaking in his own language. They were completely baffled and said to one another, "Look, are not all these men who are speaking Galileans? Then how is it that each of us hears them speaking in his own native language? Parthians, Medes, and Elamites, residents of Mesopotamia, and of Judea, Cappadocia, Pontus, and Asia, Phrygia and Pamphylia, Egypt and the parts of Libya and around Cyrene, visitors from Rome, both Jews and proselytes, Cretans and Arabs. We hear them declaring in our own languages the wonderful works of God." They were all amazed and perplexed. They kept saying to one another, "What does this mean?" But others mocked them and said, "They are full of new wine." And Peter stood up with the 11, raised his voice, and spoke loudly and clearly to them. "Men of Judea, and all you residents of Jerusalem, understand this and listen closely to my words. These men are not drunk as you suppose, for it is only the third hour of the day. On the contrary, this is what was spoken by the prophet Joel. This is what God says will happen in the last days. I will pour out my spirit on all flesh. Your sons and daughters will prophesy. Your young men will see visions. Your old men will dream dreams. Even on my servants, both men and women, I will pour out my spirit in those days, and they will prophesy. I will show wonders in the sky above and signs on the earth below, blood and fire and a rising cloud of smoke. The sun will be turned to darkness and the moon to blood before the coming of the great and glorious day of the Lord. And this will happen. Everyone who calls on the name of the Lord will be saved." These are the words of our sermon text today. Advent, Christmas, Epiphany, Lent, Easter, Ascension, all of those festivals revolve around the life and work of Jesus Christ. And we rightly observe all of them because they tell us about our Savior Jesus Christ and what it means to us personally. But without Pentecost, or perhaps a little more accurate, without the words that center stage on Pentecost, all the other church festivals and holidays would mean very little to us. Perhaps we can put it this way: just as a body without breath is a corpse, in the same way the church without the Holy Spirit is dead. And as it relates to us individually, without the Holy Spirit, our lives and our outlook on life would be a whole lot different. This morning we get to review the historical account of that first Pentecost. We also have the opportunity to see the wonderful work of the Holy Spirit. We get to talk about the Spirit of Pentecost. Spirit, first of all, with a capital S, and then Spirit with a small s. As I mentioned before, our sermon text is kind of long here, so we're going to have to limit ourselves a little bit to working through it with just some highlights. It starts off, when the day of Pentecost came, they were all together in one place. We think of Pentecost as being 50 days after Easter. But we should note the Christian church has essentially lifted that name from what was originally an Old Testament harvest festival with the same name. It was celebrated 50 days after the Passover. And it was one of the three main religious festivals that were observed by the Jewish people. They needed to go to the temple in Jerusalem on one of those three. And that explains why there were so many different Jews from different backgrounds and national origins in Jerusalem at that time. And Jesus' disciples were also in Jerusalem because that's what Jesus had told them to be until he had clothed them with power from on high. And having been told previously by the Lord that something special was going to happen soon, we find them gathered together. They're waiting for the arrival of that promised Holy Spirit. And when he did come, there was no mistaking it. First of all, he came with an audible sound. We're told a sound like the rushing of a violent wind. We know about tornadoes and hurricanes. The sound of a mighty rushing wind is a sign of power. Besides being simply symbolic here, the sign also served as a practical purpose. People heard this sound. They didn't feel the wind, but they heard the sound. They had to check it out. And so they went to where the apostles were gathered. And next the Spirit came with a visible sign. They saw divided tongues that were like fire resting on each one of them. And here we see fulfilled something that John the Baptist had talked about even before Jesus entered his public ministry. On one occasion, John was asked if he was that Messiah that they were anxiously waiting for. And John told them, I baptize you with water. But one who is more powerful than I will come, the straps of whose sandals I'm not worthy to untie. He will baptize you with the Holy Spirit and fire. Well, why fire? One possible explanation is that fire illuminates and it purifies. And that pretty well describes the work of the Holy Spirit. First of all, he illuminates our thinking. Those in the world who deny God or have no use for him are left to draw that rather depressing conclusion that human beings are simply the product of random chance. If there is no creator and no bigger plan involved, then each life is essentially an unplanned cosmic accident. There is no big picture. The Holy Spirit working through the Word lets us know that there is indeed a big picture and how we fit into it. He brings us to the understanding that God is the one who created. When we've fallen short of his just and righteous demands, but rather than punishing us for our disobedience, he came up with an alternate plan. That plan is Jesus Christ. Jesus successfully lived the perfect life that we were asked to live. And then he voluntarily died the death that we deserved. And this perfectly righteous life and death, which wholly satisfies our just and perfect God, is accredited to account any and all who look to Jesus as their Savior. Through trusting in his work, we're purified. The illumination of our minds, the purification of our souls is symbolic in the fire of Pentecost. And finally, the Holy Spirit showed his presence in a combined audio and visual sign. They were all filled with the Holy Spirit and began to speak in other languages since the Spirit was giving them the ability to speak fluently. You see, where there is faith, there the Holy Spirit makes himself evident. But on Pentecost, the Holy Spirit came upon those disciples in a fuller and a richer measure than before, enabled them to do miraculous things like speaking in other languages. And as you can well imagine, this caused quite a stir. considerable amazement among the crowd. Our reading tells us that there were people from no less than 15 different countries there, all with different languages. They heard Jesus' disciples declaring in their own languages the wonderful works of God. And here we see the universal scope that God intends for his gospel message. The gospel message of Jesus Christ is no one nation's exclusive property. It's for the whole world. As John said in Revelation, for every nation, tribe, language, and people. And as it has been brought to us, so we are to bring it to others through mission work, both here and abroad, and throughout a world which is becoming more and more a global community. Nevertheless, although this was a clearly miraculous event, there still were and there will always be those who scoff at it and reject God regardless of the evidence. And Pentecost was no exception. We're told others mocked them and said, they are full of new wine. And using that as a lead-in, Peter went on to preach his Pentecost sermon. He explains to that bewildered crowd what was going on and how God was fulfilling Old Testament prophecies, and that these last days, namely the time between Christ's first and second coming, are upon us. Talks about how God would use all his people, young and old, men and female, to live and proclaim that gospel message, so that, as he says, everyone who calls on the name of the Lord will be saved. And so manifesting himself through images of power and purity and universality, we see the spirit of Pentecost at work 50 days after Easter. Let's turn our attention from the spirit of Pentecost with a capital S to the spirit with a small s. Do that by examining the attitude, or the spirit that the Holy Spirit produced in the hearts of Jesus' disciples on that day, and which he continues to work in the hearts of his modern-day disciples. We see in those disciples a spirit of peace, confidence, and boldness. You see, the truth is, without Jesus Christ, there can be no peace. Sure, there can certainly be peacefulness in the sense that there's an absence of conflict and the attainment of a certain lifestyle that means you don't have to worry about certain things anymore, like you're going to be able to make ends meet. That peacefulness is open to everybody, both Christian and non-Christian alike. But true peace, that inner peace, that knowledge that we're part of a plan and that we're loved and cared for and forgiven and in a right relationship with God now and forever, that kind of peace only comes through Jesus. Let me give you an example from real life. Maybe you've heard of the name Augustine. Augustine was one of the most famous historic and religious figures in the early centuries of Western civilization. Augustine had a great impact not only on the church, but in the world in which he lived. Augustine was a brilliant man, smart, grew up with a Christian mother. Do you know he's not always a Christian? He was exceptional already from youth, and at age 17 he struck out on his own. He was going in search of truth. And along the way he dabbled in this and he dabbled in that. He got involved with a religious philosophy called Manichaeism, which centered on the deep thinkers of the day. Took up a mistress, fathered a child without the benefit of marriage, and generally he did what he wanted to do. But in an intellectual lifestyle, he found no peace. In an immoral lifestyle, he found no peace. But then he finally found it. Where? Let me share a couple of lines from the opening paragraph of his autobiography. He says, "You have made us for yourself, O Lord, and our hearts are restless when the Holy Spirit illuminates our thinking so that we see ourselves for who we are. Sinful human beings who are unable to perform our way into a right relationship with God. And when we see Jesus Christ for who he is and what he has done, namely the one who restored that relationship with God by his doing, his rising and his dying, the result is peace. And that peace leads to confidence. Because we know that our greatest need has already been taken care of in Christ, we can be confident that God will meet every other and lesser need as well. That too is the work of the Holy Spirit as he strengthens us through word and sacrament. It's a confidence in knowing that whatever our present circumstances might be, and no matter how many clouds are on the horizon for us, we can live out our lives under the umbrella of God's promise in Romans 8 when he says, we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. It's a confidence in not just believing in God, but believing in God. When he assures us he'll never leave us or forsake us, he'll never allow us to undergo any hardship or testing beyond that which we, with his help, can endure. It's a confidence in knowing that whatever path he leads us on, even some that we may not have gone on our own, the rivers and waters and fires of adversity, they're never going to sweep over us because he simply won't let it happen. It's a confidence in knowing that when Satan drudges up our path, sins, and indiscretions, we know that as far as the east is from the west, so far our transgressions removed from us. In other words, in God's eyes, they are no more. And confidence leads to boldness and gratefulness in living our lives to Jesus, even in difficult situations. Certainly we see that progression in the early disciples. If you read through the rest of the book of Acts, you'll discover how those disciples at various points in their lives they'd be persecuted. They'd be in prison, vilified, and even martyred. Well, what kept them going? Well, the understanding that they had a message and a reason for living and an allegiance to Jesus Christ that was worth it. Peace, confidence, boldness. That's the Spirit-produced spirit of Pentecost. And my friends, that's all of us. May God continue to fill each of us with that spirit of Pentecost so that we may enjoy and display